I know it, yeah.
How's it been being back so far?
It's been absolutely amazing. You know, I missed my people. You know, I have friends, I call them friends all around America, but my true people, my community is Louisiana. And being away from them for so long in LA was tough for me, you know, being away from the food and the music and the culture and all that. It was really tough, but I'm so glad to be back and to be back in my element, you know, here at the Cajun Country Jam with wonderful musicians like Louisiana's own legend, Wayne Toops. It's just amazing.
Yeah, you've got to meet a lot of legends along the way.
Oh, yeah.
What's been your favorite part of the entire process? I know if you have to narrow it down.
Yeah, man. No, getting to know the judges and Jelly Roll was super awesome, man. And I can remember one standout moment was after one of the performances, Lionel Richie said, "I'm so proud of you." And I don't know, that hit me hard because Lionel is just a legend, you know. And so for him to say that to me and for us to make a relationship like that was just wonderful.
Yeah. So what's next? I know the Grand Ole Opry thing is huge.
Yeah.
Tell me how excited you are for that.
Oh my goodness. So, like I put in my post, the first time I went to the Opry, I fought back tears during the opening because I was just so overwhelmed with joy because I'm a country music historian. I love country music and I love the history behind it. I love the meaning behind it. There's no place that exemplifies country music's meaning and history more than the Grand Ole Opry. And so when I went to the Grand Ole Opry as an attendee, I fought back tears because I was so happy. So you can imagine how just absolutely overjoyed I am to be now debuting at the Opry on June 7th, and it's going to be an absolutely amazing day.
That's so incredible. Before your 19th birthday, you'll have performed at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can say that.
Yeah, no, not a lot of people at all. So it's a true honor.
Yeah. So obviously you're kind of in the early stages of your fame, right? Like
Yeah.
everything's coming in. What do you hope stays the same? What do you hope you?
You know, I've done a really good job at keeping the same core. You know, I've changed for the better after Idol. You know, I've changed for the better since November at my first audition to now. I've changed for the better. I have more confidence. I have, you know, just more stage presence and charisma. But the core of me, the part of me that loves everybody and is, you know, deeply rooted in my faith has not changed, and I deeply hope and pray that it will not change ever, and I do not believe it ever will.
Yeah. Okay. So your core values, like, what do you mean?
Yeah, core values: family, faith, love. You know, just number one is, you know, my faith. Number one is my faith, absolutely. You know, keeping that straight, making sure that, you know, I'm in line with the teachings of the religion that I believe, which is Christianity, is number one for me. You know, I should never have to compromise that in my career. And if there's ever a day that I have to compromise that, it's the day that I quit music. You know, that's my number one priority. And second is absolutely family. My family is the reason that I'm a musician because they pushed me. I would have never auditioned. I would have never done music if I didn't have my family. My Uncle Galen in specific, you know, a musician that pushed me. If I didn't have my family, I wouldn't be here, and that's simple, that's fact. And so as long as I can keep my head straight with my faith and my family and keep the same mindset that I have now, as in every single human is loved by God and every single one of them is united with me under God, I'll be all right.
Well, so what's next for you after the Opry? This is your life now.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I absolutely adore this life. You know, some people don't like this. Some people don't like the running around and the constant, you know, phone calls and whatnot. I love it. This is what I'm meant to be, and I genuinely believe that God has called me for this, to be somebody that shares the music with the millions, because, you know, Idol had on average like 5.5 million viewers every week, and it's such an amazing honor to think that I was able to share my music with them. And if I have anything to do with it, this will not be the end of me. You know, I will, after the Opry, will just be more shows, more music, and more just doing what I love, which is this music.
What do you hope the impact is of your music on people? What do you hope the listeners feel and
Oh my goodness.
from your music?
Yeah, so music is one of the most beautiful things in the world because it's universal. You know, there's songs that can make you happy, there's songs that can make you sad, there's songs that can, you know, make you feel a little bit overwhelmed, and there's everything. And so I hope that whatever somebody's going through, I hope that one of my songs, whatever it may be, is helping them through that moment. Whether it's a breakup, I hope that one of my songs can help them through that. Whether if they're trying to celebrate, and one of these days I'll release a fast song. It hasn't happened yet, but one of these days, I'm a slow song guy, but there is some time to celebrate with fast music. And so, you know, when somebody celebrates, I want my music to be playing. When somebody is going through a hard time, you know, going through grief, my music can be playing. So I really hope that my music, whatever it is, you know, fast, happy, slow, sad, whatever it is, it consoles them or, you know, helps them celebrate whatever it is that they're doing at that moment in their life. I hope that my music is a part of it.
staying in Louisiana? I'm sure you're getting calls from everywhere.
Yeah.
Trying to, you know, but this is your hometown. These are
Oh,
your
yeah.
roots. Not this, but
Yeah.
River.
Yeah. I was born in Louisiana and I'll die in Louisiana. There's no doubt about it. You know, I will never permanently move anywhere else, especially nowadays because we're living in a technological world where you can, you know, I can have meetings with people in Nashville on Zoom. I don't need to live over there. If I would need to go to Nashville, I'll fly there, but I will forever be a Louisiana boy and I'll die in Louisiana if I have anything to do with it.
Awesome.
Yep.
Anything else?
I think I covered just about everything,
I
yeah.
think you crushed it. That was really
Oh, thank you.
amazing.